Hello and welcome to our new video. Today we're talking about 16 everyday foods that can seriously harm you if not properly handled. These are foods that you might eat regularly, but they might not be as safe as you think. Raw oysters can harbor bacteria that can cause serious illness, including norovirus, Vibrio, and hepatitis A. Oysters are primarily a finger food and should be eaten raw, fresh and right from the shell. If you want to reduce the risk of food poisoning, you can cook them thoroughly. Raw sprouts such as alfalfa and clover can contain harmful bacteria that can cause food poisoning. You should cook sprouts thoroughly before eating them safely. Undercooked meats, particularly poultry and ground beef, should be cooked to a safe internal temperature to kill any harmful bacteria. Raw and undercooked meat and poultry can make you sick. Most raw poultry contains Campylobacter. It also may contain Salmonella, Clostridium perfringens, and other bacteria. Using a meat thermometer can help ensure that the meat is cooked to a safe temperature. Raw or undercooked eggs, especially raw eggs, can contain Salmonella bacteria, which can cause food poisoning. Eggs can be prepared deliciously in many different ways. You can simply boil, scramble, pan-fry, or poach them for the safest enjoyment. Unpasteurized or raw milk can contain harmful bacteria including Salmonella and E. coli that can cause serious illness. Raw milk is milk that has not been pasteurized to kill harmful bacteria. Raw milk can be contaminated with harmful germs that can make you very sick. In fact, raw milk is one of the riskiest foods. People who get sick from raw milk might have many days of diarrhea, stomach cramping, and vomiting. Soft cheeses like feta, brie or camembert. There's a small chance that unpasteurized or soft ripened dairy products may contain Listeria bacteria. This can cause an infection called listeriosis. Listeriosis can lead to miscarriage or stillbirth, or make your newborn baby very unwell. You should avoid soft cheeses if you're pregnant or have a compromised immune system. Raw fish, particularly sushi and sashimi, can contain parasites and bacteria that can cause serious illness like scombroid poisoning or histamine poisoning. This happens after eating fish that contain high levels of histamine due to improper food handling. Scombrotoxin remains one of the most common forms of fish poisoning in the US and worldwide. You should cook fish thoroughly or eat it at a reputable restaurant to reduce the risk of food poisoning. Undercooked or raw beans contain toxins called lectins. The highest concentrations are found in kidney beans, especially red kidney beans. Eating raw or undercooked kidney beans can lead to food poisoning, including symptoms such as nausea, vomiting and diarrhea. You should cook the beans thoroughly to reduce the risk of food poisoning. Raw cookie dough contains raw eggs, which may be contaminated with Salmonella bacteria. These bacteria cause fever, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can last for up to 1 week. You should bake the cookie dough before eating it to avoid a Salmonella infection. Raw honey can contain botulism spores, which can cause serious illness, particularly in young children and those with compromised immune systems. That's why babies younger than 1 year old should never be given honey. These bacteria are harmless to older kids and adults. That's because their mature digestive systems can move the toxins through the body before they cause harm. Unwashed fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables can contain bacteria and pesticides, so it's important to wash them thoroughly before eating. Raw or undercooked potatoes contain solanine and lectins, two compounds that can cause gastric distress and potentially make you sick. Additionally, raw potatoes contain resistant starch, which is difficult to digest, and their overall taste and texture is nothing like the potatoes you know and love. Undercooked rice can contain Bacillus cereus bacteria, which can cause food poisoning. The spores can survive when rice is cooked. If rice is left standing at room temperature, the spores can grow into bacteria. These bacteria will multiply and may produce toxins that cause vomiting or diarrhea. Raw or undercooked sprouts, including bean sprouts, can contain harmful bacteria such as E. coli, Listeria, and Salmonella that can cause food poisoning. People with low or compromised immune systems should not eat any type of raw or lightly cooked, still crunchy sprouts. They should cook sprouts thoroughly before eating them. Raw nuts are very healthy, but they might contain harmful bacteria. Peanuts and tree nuts, such as almonds, walnuts, hazelnuts, cashews, pistachios, and Brazil nuts, also may contain toxic molds. However, even if they do, it is unlikely to cause an illness. Roasted nuts, on the other hand, may contain fewer antioxidants and vitamins. Raw or undercooked shellfish, including oysters, clams, and mussels, can contain bacteria like Vibrio bacteria that can cause serious illness. Vibrio bacteria can cause watery diarrhea, often accompanied by abdominal cramping, nausea, vomiting, fever, and chills. Usually these symptoms occur within 24 hours of ingestion and last about 3 days. Severe illness is rare and typically occurs in people with a weakened immune system. So there you have it. 16 everyday foods that can cause seriously harm when not properly handled. Thanks for watching and please leave a like and subscribe.